superlatives drivers weigh in on their fellow drivers. NASCAR fans have a pretty good idea of how their favorite drivers behaved on the track with each other, but do they really know what these guys are like when after the race is over? For the Win investigated, polling various drivers throughout over the last several weeks to see what they think of their fellow competitors and which answers they had for these 8 fun personality questions. Answers have been lightly condensed and edited for clarity. Chris Grathan Getty Images, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Matt Kenseth. He's gonna hate me for this, but a lot of people don't know his personality real well, and he comes across as super duper dry. But I like his humor and a lot of times he's telling a joke, and you have to pay attention to get it. He's from Wisconsin, and is kind of a smart aleck about things. Danica Patrick, probably Ryan Newman. He's quirky in an acquired taste kind of way. I really like Ryan Newman. I think he's really funny, but he's quite dry and sarcastic and somewhat inappropriate. Clint Bowyer, Kenseth, believe it or not. But the weirdest thing is nobody knows that. Ryan Blaney, I really enjoy Matt Kenseth. Not a lot of people think he's a very funny person or has a lot of personality, but he's one of the funniest people. But the more outgoing humor guy is Clint Bowyer. Jamie McMurray, Matt Kenseth. That's the winner. Landon Cassill, Clint Bowyer's definitely a little goofy and brash. Or maybe Danica. Dale Jr., I think that I have the best taste in music of all the drivers. None of them other drivers listen to good music. I'm just kidding. Blaney has similar taste in music to me, so I would say he has the best, but he also listens to super heavy-duty metal, and I'm not quite familiar with that. Jimmy Johnson and me have similar tastes in music, but I have the best. Bowyer, definitely not Dale Jr. I don't even know what the stuff was he was watching the other day. Cassill, Dale has some deep music. I'm not saying he has a good taste in music, but he's not afraid to go deep. He will have some band that he found on YouTube that nobody listens to, that he's a big fan of. Which actually makes me think Dale has a quirky sense of humor. Danica, best taste in music is in the eye of the beholder, but Ricky Stenhouse, Jr., my boyfriend, definitely. He's always looking for new music and loves live music like I do. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., myself, or Clint Bowyer. We both like old country music. Blaney, I'm gonna go me, obviously. I like the metal stuff. There's not really many drivers that like that stuff. Me and Paul Manard are probably the few. Photo by Sarah Crowbill Getty Images, Dale Jr., Bowyer. He's hands down the most fun at parties. He knows how to get it done. You're not going to have a boring time with him. Danica, Clint Bowyer. Stenhouse, Kyle Larson's pretty fun. We have a lot of fun together, and when karaoke breaks out at a party, Kyle's really good at it. He likes to do Afroman. Bowyer, my teammate, Kevin Harvick. He's the only one that has Busch beer for a sponsor, so you need a guy like that to be able to put on a good party. Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney. He's young. He doesn't have a whole lot of commercial companies looking over his shoulder making sure he's doing the right things, so he's free to do whatever he wants right now. Blaney, that would be Bowyer. He's hard to keep up with. Actually, Dale Jr. is a great partier himself, but he doesn't really go out to parties. He hosts his own parties. Between those two guys, they definitely know how to have a good time. McMurray, Bowyer. Clint seems to care the least of what other people think of his actions. Dale Jr., I would like to prank Martin Truex Jr. We're pretty good friends, and he's always so serious all the time. It's hard to get him on a prank. He doesn't screw up too much, where you could give him a hard time, just in general in life. So it'd be fun to prank him pretty good. Stenhouse, I don't do many pranks, but if I did, it'd be on someone like Blaney. Bowyer, Harvick and I used to do that back when we were teammates at Richard Childress Racing, but it got so out of hand. Hamlin, probably Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is that guy for me. Him or Kyle Larson. We just like to pick on each other, really. Blaney, I really like messing with someone I grew up racing with, Bubba Wallace. We enjoy messing with each other and joking around, and we seem to have a pretty good time doing that. He's at the top of my list. 'Cause so lately, Denny Hamlin, I guess. In general, the people that take themselves too seriously are the most fun to mess with, so whoever is taking themselves too seriously at the moment is usually the most fun to mess with. Dale Jr. Jimmy Johnson, believe it or not. Even with all he's done in his career, he has the self-awareness to see somebody having a bad day and say, "You know what, man, think about it this way, or see it this way."